Hi guys, it's Strawberry Sun's Occult Shop, and today we are going to be doing a spring equinox reading and a OSTARA reading, depending on what you celebrate. This is a time for new beginnings. Unfortunately, here in Chicago, we did get snow last night, so it did kind of ruin that feeling of like the sun is out, it's nicer out. This reading is very much about new beginnings. What is something that we need to focus on right now? What can we start new habits and old habits? This is very much that kind of energy that's going on. So we're going to take a moment. We're gonna sound cleanse the energy, and I want you to just breathe in and breathe out. And we have pile A, B, and C. So for our first pile, we have daisies and we also have a carrot. The second pile, we have ultramaria and we have an egg. The third pile, we have a baby chick and a carnation. So pick whichever pile you feel drawn to. You can kind of place your hands and kind of just, hover over it on the screen, and then whichever one feels right for you, just pick that pile. All right, so for my pile number 1, or pile A, we have a daisy and we also have a carrot. So the first cards that pop up is strength. Don't let weeds and thistles cultivate in your garden. And transform. Rise above any situation, become the best version of you. So these two cards are very, very beautiful to get. Now, for tarot, we first have the 2 of fire. We have the curandera of water. And we have strength. So now we have 2 strengths cards. So I'm getting a lot of, this is going to be a transformational time for you, and everything that is happening is going to be for the better version of you that we're trying to awaken this springtime, this upcoming year. I'm really getting a lot of, hold on in there. It might be a little rough, but you have the strength of your spirit guides. You have the strength of your spiritual team, with both of the strength cards being right here. And then with the 2 of fire, you can kind of see that there is a sort of desire, move towards a new direction. This can be through creative endeavors. This can be through starting new hobbies, or even in work endeavors. I could just feel the energy of kind of going into that heat, go towards that fire, right? But with the 2 of fire, whenever I see 2s, I always think of a union. This can be either with a partner, this can be either with friends, something of that sort, of kind of transforming this union, relationship, whether platonic or romantic, kind of transforming that, and kind of maybe thinking about things in a different light, right? Since we're thinking about spring and we're thinking about new energies and all of that sort, we kind of want to, take this moment to really be a little risky. Things have been going on for a while and we've been doing kind of the same thing. Let's kind of transform into something else. Let's transform, let's test these energies, and let's try and be the best versions of ourselves, right? So when we think of the curandera of water, we're thinking of somebody who knows themselves very well and knows their emotions and feels comfortable in their emotions, right? So this can be also to don't doubt yourself and what you want, what you need in life. And this can be challenging to remember this and also put these feelings into relationships that you have right now, right? I'm getting a lot of like, either there's doubts within like the people that you are surrounding yourselves with, or you feel kind of like there's something that's just not adding up and not matching up, right? But rest assured that you yourself know yourself very well. And whether that means to fully transform into that person, maybe you're holding back. Maybe you are like, you know what? I'm going to try this new thing, and I know that I've been wanting to do this thing, but I'm just a little scared. I just want to hold back. This is the moment to really delve into that, right? We don't want to just be like in the shallow. We want to be in deep, right? So we're going to transform, and you have the strength of, again, I'm really sensing you have the strength of the people that you truly care about being there for you, right? But again, this can be in many different ways. So take whatever resonates and leave what does not. We also have, like I said, strength. So this is a very beautiful energy of really allowing yourself to be like, yes, I know what I need, I know what I want, and I'm going to really delve deep into it. And this can also be, I'm getting a lot of like also focusing on mental health, focusing on well-being is what I'm getting at. So with the word transform, I'm really getting that kind of want and desire of transforming into the best version of yourself. And again, this can be through healing, and this can also be, like I'm saying, this can be either sparking the energy between you and certain people and really gaining that spark back, or just really, you know, cutting ties with people that aren't going to serve you. But it can also be a perfect time for creativity. If you've been wanting to write, if you've been wanting to do things that you haven't done in a while, I truly suggest that this is a time to kind of focus in and hone back into that energy. We also have empowerment. Okay, it says the determination of your mind and soul will guide you toward unleashing inner power. Wow, that is freaking amazing. And this reading is so, I can't even put it into words, amazing. Imagination, letting your imagination, your creativity really take a hold of you. That is honestly what I am getting right now. I am so getting to let your creativity run free, let your imagination run wild. We also have dignity, never losing who you really are, you know, knowing your morality. I'm really getting a lot of that. And passion, right? So let's think about passion projects. Let's think about, what is it that you have been wanting to do, but you just haven't had the time to do it, right? This is the perfect time. I love the spring equinox. Oh my God, I adore it. I feel that like that little push, that fire, that kind of spark of like, you know what? This is a new season. The birds are chirping. It's starting to get nice out. We're going towards summer. That kind of energy. Really hone into that energy. Let's find passion projects. Let's let our imagination just kind of go a little crazy, right? And see what we can come up with. See what we can do, and see how it's going to better serve ourselves, for us to feel happier, for us to feel more fulfilled, right? So pile number 1, I am getting, wow, like like this is such a, I am really hoping that, you know, you take the time and really see what can you do to let your creativity like shine, right? All right, so the takeaways for pile number 1. Strength is going to be your best friend, and it's going to be the message that you kind of need to take, right? If we're going to think about one word that's going to take away from this message, it is strength. The strength to do what is right for yourself, to know what is right for yourself, even in difficult situations, right? We're going to let that fire burn, and we're going to know ourselves well enough and what exactly we need, right? But like I said, imagination, creativity, passion projects, transforming to the person that we want to be. I am definitely just feeling that kind of fire within yourself, and it is such a beautiful thing to really explore. So I am definitely getting that, which is very exciting. Pile number 1, that is so exciting. But yeah, if we're gonna take one word, let's take the word strength, right? Don't let weeds and thistles cultivate in your garden, right? Pile number 1, this is so exciting. I really hope you guys like your reading for today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what resonates with you. Let me know what words popped out to you while you're hearing this reading, right? Just let me know what you think. Let me know anything. Even if in a month from now, something that I said just kind of clicked for you, come back and let me know. I would love to know. I would love to know. So yeah, so like I said, this is Strawberry Suns Occult Shop. And yeah, you can find me on Instagram at strawberry.occult. But yeah, I'm so happy that you guys checked this out. I will see you guys in the next reading. Okay, bye. All right, pile number 2. So today's reading is very exciting because like I said, this is like OSTARA energy. This is new beginnings. We absolutely love this kind of energy. So you pick the one that has the Alchemaria and also the egg. So we'll just leave those 2 there and let's get started. So we have grow. All flowers must grow through dirt. Very fitting for OSTARA. And wallflower, look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. Interesting. Whenever I think of like wallflower, I am thinking of, and especially like look for the crack in the concrete, I'm feeling like there's something that's been going on emotionally that has been taking kind of a toll on you, is what it kind of feels like. Let's look at your tarot cards. We have the 5 of water, we have the 2 of air, and we have the 3 of fire. So which is interesting, you have water, air, and fire. So with the 5 of water, and the 2 of air, yeah, I am seeing a lot of either there's something emotionally tolling that has just been weighing you down. This can be, and it feels more like the ending of something, the ending of either a partnership, an ending of a relationship, an ending of just something that's not serving you. So with the 5 of water, I'm going to kind of look a little bit into the actual guidebook just because I'm a little interested in what it says. So the 5 of water, we have seek out healing waters to ease your pain, which is what I'm saying. I'm feeling like something just happened. And it also says a restored heart clears the vision. So I really do feel like there is a kind of something drastic happened that kind of changed your way of viewing things, your way of being. This can be trust. This can be just something just kind of shook you up. And right now we are trying to figure out how to really help ourselves through this transitional moment, through the healing, right? The healing of this, the growing. It does feel like maybe something just kind of happened that just, you know, really kind of turned your world upside down. And you know what? But what's good about this is that this kind of energy that we have right now for the spring equinox is very much, we're going to, you know, what happened has happened, and that is now in the past, and we need to figure out how to continue on with that kind of, you know, with what happened. Like, how do we grow from a situation of, you know, our world feeling kind of like upside down, right? So we also have the 3 of fire. So the 3 of fire is a very, very interesting energy. I would say this is the energy that we want to focus on right now that everything has happened. Now that, you know, we are in our healing stage, right? We're trying to clear our heart so we can really see everything a little bit more clearly, so we aren't just kind of like, you know, walking around with like our heads chopped off. Like, we want to really, really just heal ourselves, grow, and just transition to this kind of energy, the 3 of fire. So we really want to have that kind of excitement back, to have that kind of motivation back, to have, you know, have that kind of joy back into our lives, right? We want to be able to to really delve deep into what this new realization is, what this new reality is, right? You know, this would be also a perfect time to just kind of figure out what is it that you really want, right? I really do think, let's look at the other cards first too, to just kind of get a little bit more on what is going on. So we have relaxation. Okay, we also have motivation, interesting, and energy. Okay, so yeah, I really feel like we just kind of went, and this might sound dramatic, we just kind of went through a period of kind of just, I don't know if it's as dramatic as like saying like a very depressive episode, but it could have been something that really just like shook us, and we're just trying to find our energy, our motivation back. We're trying to find the Three of Fire back. We're trying to get our fire back, right? And a lot of times the best way to do that is to really just relax. It's really just to take a second, take a moment, take a mini vacay is what I'm hearing, even if it's a staycation. Just take a second and just try to collect yourself back. A lot of times we get lost in this kind of go motion, and we kind of forget that you know, we're dealing with stuff like we can't always be in this go mood, because then is when we burn out. Then that's when we're just in like a hole. We dig ourselves a hole. And that is very much what this is feeling like. You know, we dug a hole, or things happened to us and we didn't want to acknowledge it because we were in this go mode. And now we're in the rubbles of what happened. You know, we're in kind of like, how do I even dig myself out of this hole? A lot of it could just be relaxation, just kind of taking a second to not be in that go mode and that energy. We also have strength. This is the second time strength has come out in a reading. I'm really seeing for a lot of you guys that you know, this is we really need that strength from our spirit guys. We really need that strength from the universe to really just refocus ourselves and get to a good point in life. This is, yeah, like inner strength is a power within that pushes actions into all areas of life. Yeah, I'm really getting a lot of this kind of stuff today. And we also have protection, and we also have wisdom. So that's very beautiful too. I love whenever protection comes into readings, because I really feel like that is what your spiritual team is kind of, you know, telling you. Like, they're here for you and they're protecting you through all these transitions, through all this, you know, realization. And we also have wisdom. So take this kind of lesson and really grow from that. Take it, because yeah, like I said, we are stuck in this world where everything feels like we just have to keep on going, and we really don't take a moment for ourselves, and then we get into a part of, we're just like so unmotivated, we're just so grumpy, we're just so yeah. I'm really getting to just take a minute, take a second to kind of delve into those emotions that you've been feeling, kind of really, you know, even if they're uncomfortable. A lot of us, like, I know there are moments that I don't even want to deal with anything. I don't want to deal with what's going on, but I always suggest, you know, start journaling, start just writing, or even record yourself and just start talking to yourself. I mean, honestly, anything to kind of make you realize, you know, and let yourself unload. And that's really what I'm getting from this reading. Pound number 2, I'm really getting that, you know, this is a transition where we want to grow, right? Right now we're just not feeling ourselves. Maybe that could be it too. Like, we're feeling something's off, something's wrong. Like, you know, let's take a moment to cleanse ourselves. Let's take a moment to, you know, try to wipe off this energy that we got from, like, you know, from the last season. You know, let's cleanse ourselves and let's restart. But I'm feeling this wallflower energy, right? This is what I'm getting for the spring equinox. I'm getting a wallflower. Look for the crack in the concrete to find your way out. That is definitely what I am seeing, what I'm thinking is going on right now, to really just find your way out of this energy that just is not serving you, and it's not going to serve you, because we want to get back to, you know, finding our enjoyment, finding our joy, Yeah, pile number 2, that's really what I'm getting. And you know, you have the strength of your spirit guides, you have the strength of your ancestors. Reach out to them too, you know. I always think that our elders know what's best. They have wisdom. Talk to family member they haven't talked to, you know, just kind of, you know, be more open. I'm also getting that. Be a little bit more open, you know, talk to people around you. You know, this energy of the 2 of air also talks about finding comfort in unlikely pairings, right? Some, you know, open up. I want to say to open up and let people know and be vulnerable, you know, that you're not feeling the best, that you need a little bit of help is what I'm getting. But yeah, I'm definitely getting this wallflower energy, pile number 2. But again, the great thing about this is that this is all new beginning, new energy, right? The past is what the past is. And now we're just trying to find our way back to who we really are, right? So pile number 2, I really hope that you were able to resonate with this message. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe. I will be doing more of these pick a card readings soon. But yeah, let me know whatever resonates with you or whatever words pop up, right? Let's say I'm talking, and you just get a word that just, you know, just you feel it in your gut. Just comment that down below and let me know. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this message. Happy spring equinox. I wish you guys all the best, pile number 2. Okay, bye. All right, pile number 3. Hi, welcome. Like I said, take whatever resonates and leave what does not. You know, this spring equinox is all about, you know, starting over, finding the comfort in new beginnings, right? So you picked the carnation and the baby chick. Look how cute. So let's get this reading started. Let's see what you need to hear right now, right? So we have patience and we have dreams. Okay, so patience, wait for the fruits to ripen. Dream, have a cup of tea in a garden and find yourself in a good book. Oh, interesting. Okay, at first I thought it was like, you know, dreams, like, you know, follow your dreams, but this is interesting. Have a cup of tea in a garden and find yourself in a good book. I don't know if it's anybody else, but I think that I have been having the most crazy dreams. And I was talking to my therapist and she was telling me, you know what, just start journaling and start doing a dream journal. And I have been kind of recalling all of that. It's just been very interesting. I kind of recommend that too. If you've been having a lot of crazy dreams, pile number 3, start journaling them and just kind of see, like, it's fascinating sometimes. But I am definitely interested about the patience. Let's see what is going on. So let's get your tarot out of the way. Let's see what is going on. We have Adelita of Fire. Okay. We have Mother of Fire. Okay. And we have the High Priestess. Interesting. Okay. All right, this is very interesting. Pile number 2, this is very interesting because we have patience. You know, that's what we started with, patience. Wait for the fruit to ripen. But then we have, for your tarot, we have Adelita of Fire, right? And that kind of energy is bold, right? Be bold is the main thing that comes out from that, right? Like, you know, ignite that spark that you have in yourself. We then have Mother of Fire, right? With that kind of energy, with the kind of energy of Mother of Fire, with this energy, it's also kind of like, you know, you have the tools to really take charge of what's going on, right? I'm sensing of this is either something that you have been passionate about, but I'm also getting that you have been holding yourself back, right? I feel like this is the time to really take charge. I'm getting whether it is something that has to do with work, whether it's something that has to do with like a passion project or anything of that sort, or even being more vocal about certain situations that you just don't agree with. I am getting, you know, be that spark is what I am getting. I am getting that you know, find that kind of comfort in the fire, which could be something that you're not used to doing. I'm really seeing that that's something completely different than what you're used to doing. And also with the mother of fire, you know, we think of like a mother who is, you know, cooking for everybody, right? Being that kind of mother figure, right? You know, being the mama of the group of your friends, or being a mom. I'm getting that kind of like that invitation, right, that you already hold as a person. And I'm getting that there is this kind of desire of you know, you've always been the one to take charge. You've always been the one to maybe always be the leader in a way, but I'm seeing that maybe you've been holding back. Maybe you've been holding back for a bit, and this could be due to many different reasons, but I'm really sensing that, you know, that push of like, you know what, maybe you've been a little quiet, and maybe it hasn't been for the right reasons, right? Maybe you've just been quiet because you're like, you know what, you don't want to start anything, or you don't want to do it, you know, you don't want to be the cause, right? But I'm feeling like sometimes you do have to be the cause. Sometimes you do have to be that push. So, and especially with the high priestess in the as the end, and also we have dream here, and at first I thought it was like follow your dream. No, it's not that. The high priestess is like you're getting divine messages, maybe from your spirit guides, right? You and this is also time to pay attention to your dreams. What are you dreaming about? What is it? Those dreams sometimes mean stuff. Sometimes our spiritual team wants to tell us stuff through our dreams. So invite your spiritual team to, like, you know, say this little prayer of like, you know, to my spiritual team, I invite you guys to come into my dreams and let me know what I need to know. Sorry, that's my dog. But pile number 3, this is really like, you know, I want you to invite your spiritual team and let them know, like, hey, you guys can communicate with me. Maybe I have something that I'm not so sure of what to do. I don't know, like, do I be loud? Do I be bold? Do I take charge? Or what do I do, right? So I'm really getting that kind of energy. But I also, again, the patience. I don't want to ignore the patience. All right, so let's continue on and see what else you have. You have protection. You have creativity and prosperity. Interesting. Protection, whenever I see this in a reading, I just feel, and especially when you have dream, you have the high priestess, I really feel like your spiritual team has your back, and I really invite you to kind of listen to them. Creativity and prosperity, so I really feel like this is maybe something that has to do with the realm of creativity, the realm of work, the realm of like trying to do something that can financially gain you. You're not sure if you want to start it. You're a little hesitant on it, and it could be maybe because it has to do with, you know, taking a risk. But you know what? I'm getting the be bold, right? I'm getting the, you know, ask your spiritual team if this is a good idea. I am getting that it is a good idea, but I do think that's going to be something that's going to take a while, that you're going to have to really be patient about it, and it might be something that is you know, something that might take a while for you to see that initial gain back, right? We also have, let's see, we have joy, strength, and beauty. You know what? For all of these readings, for the most part, strength has come out in every single reading. So strength, this spring equinox, you are going to need a lot of strength. You know, you need to know and be sure of yourself. Your spiritual team has you. They know you. They are there for you, and they are holding out for you to find that strength to keep moving forward with whatever it is that you are hesitant about, because there is that kind of hesitation here. I'm really sensing that. So strength, beauty, and joy, right? Beauty and joy is such a beautiful thing to get, you know, because it can mean a lot of things. It can mean beauty of, you know, what you're kind of hesitant about, right? Maybe there's something there that, you know, it is horrifying, but in the end, it's going to be something that's going to serve you, and it's going to be a beautiful energy. Joy, finding that kind of joy. I'm really sensing that, you know what, there is something that you're holding off on, and I really need you to push for it. push for it, whether it is something that is creative, whether it's something that is financial. This can be a new business. This can be going back to something that you haven't done in a bit. This can be, but I'm really sensing that it's something that could have that kind of financial gain, right? That could really boost you guys up, but it is a risk. It's a risk. But I'm really sensing that your spiritual team is going to be there, right? I'm really sensing that for this spring equinox, really talk to your spiritual team. I'm really sensing that you need to kind of get and realize those divine messages, right? From the high priestess. This can be, depending on what you believe in, it's gonna be your ancestors. Your ancestors will always know best if you ever want to ask them anything, right? And I'm sensing that you probably have a lot of dreams right now coming through. It will come through there, especially in this kind of energy that we have. I feel like whenever it's a new season, we can really tap into that kind of spiritual messages that are out there. So yeah, pile number 3, I'm really getting that, that hesitation is understandable, right? That hesitation of not really knowing what to do next, not really knowing if you should proceed with what you're thinking. But I am saying that I am seeing that it's going to be a good idea. It's going to be something that, you need to believe in. You need to believe in it, but it is going to require a lot of patience. It's going to require a lot of sacrifice, risk, and, just make sure that you surround yourself with people that believe in you, people that are going to be there to see you succeed, right? So I would say be a little careful on who you have in your table, right? Be a little careful who you have, who you're, who exactly you are feeding, right, in this table, who exactly you're putting your energy into, because you only want to have, especially in a moment like this where it's a little risky, it's a little like starting something new, you're not sure how it's going to happen, you want to have a really good support system, so just be careful on who you have in your table, be careful on who you let in, who you invite in, but you have the strength of your spiritual team. You have that. It's something beautiful. I love it. I see that. And you know what? I really think that you should go for it. I think that you should go for it. I think that, a lot of this is it's just scary. I think it's scary whenever you want to do something new, whenever you're kind of putting, yourself out there and there's a risk of, maybe not succeeding, and that's horrifying. That is scary. That is a scary thought to have. Yes, we will acknowledge that it is scary, but it can also be worth it, right? It's like a 50-50. Like, what are we gonna do? But I do think that you just have to have the patience for it. Talk to your spiritual team. Talk to them. Tell them, hey, like, I'm a little worried about this and that, come through in my dreams. Let me know what you think, right before bed. Talk to them and see what your dreams are saying, start journaling them, because I really feel like that's where it's going to come out. But I do see prosperity happening. I do see it being a good thing, and you are protected by your guides. They know what you want, and I think that this is something that's going to be for the better. So pile number 3, I really hope that this resonated with you, and I really hope that you can take something out of this. Let me know if it does resonate with you. This can be something that later on resonates with you. You can always come back. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. And yeah, so my name is Strawberry Senza Coach Shop. If you do want to go and see my Instagram and see other things that I'm doing, or see, whenever I'm going to drop another video, I would say follow me over there at strawberry.occult. But yeah, I am so excited. I really hope, you take this messages with you, and I really hope everything for the best for you guys for pile number 3. This is a beautiful energy that we have, so really take advantage of it. Okay, I will see you guys later. Bye. Okay guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about the readings. Also, if you did not know, I do have an occult shop. It's called Strawberry Senza Occult Shop. You can find me on Instagram at strawberry.occult, and also on
Etsy for custom deity candles and also teacup candles, jewelry, all of that fun jazz. I am in the Chicagoland area, so if you do want to see some of the vendor pop-ups that I am in, please go check out my Instagram at strawberry.occult. But yeah, thanks so much. I will see you guys for the next reading. Okay, bye.